welcome to DC Fan Gives Hope. So, I've just been hearing that there's a reaction to Infinity War from Marvel, and that it's not what some Marvel fans have been thinking. The first 10 minutes or something like that they've seen of the film is funny. Well, so-called funny, because I've still defined anything funny, because maybe I've just lost my sense of humour in most modern day films. But to be honest, and I could sound like a hypocrite, but I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that to be, especially if it's the main baddie, the main villain in the Marvel universe. If Justice League was doing Darkseid, I wouldn't want the first couple of minutes away from that film to be funny. Now, Marvel fans have then tweeted, of course, oh, it's hilarious, and Black Panther, that a film that's came out, who actually, I've not seen it, not planning to see it, so again, I can't really say much on it. But what I've heard for Black Panther is it was a step in the right direction for Marvel. Hence, it's not set out to be a joke or so-called joke every 5 minutes. It was actually, listening to other people's reviews of it that said this would be a good trend for it to go, where it's not funny, and then you see clips, the so-called clips of people talking about, was it Costa Coffee or something like that, and somehow that's supposed to be funny, or some sort of coffee or whatever, and I don't get the funny side in that, but that's meant to be the cast of Black Panther cracking jokes, and I thought, for a Marvel fan, I thought it'd be let down. But of course, some Marvel fans are tweeting, oh, this film will just crush the DCEU, and ha ha ha, LOL, laugh, laugh, laugh out loud. And I thought, well, that goes to show, the intellect of some of the people that go to see these films. I've talked to unbiased people, people that have got no inkling where DC or Marvel, they just go to see a film, and they've constantly get fed up with the constant barrage of so-called jokes all throughout their films. Now, pushing all that to the side, what if DC, like Justice League, came out, and, like Justice League did come out, and I enjoyed it, but the one thing I wouldn't sort of say was that it was funny. I know there was some jokes in it, but it's not something I would harp on about. It wouldn't be something that I would say to the film, oh God, it's funny, you got to see this. I think I only tittered one bit when it was Aquaman talking to Wonder Woman, Batman and Cyborg when he was sitting on the lasso. But for me, when it comes to movies, jokes is not something essentially important for me in a film, because I tend not to laugh too much about anything. As I say, I prefer stand-up comedies and stuff, stand-up comedians. But for saying all that still, I still would love the film, for any film, especially these DC films, to be a success. So if there was a film that came out, say they'd done a Darkseid film, and it was a success, I would be happy, of course. Just like any Marvel fan would probably be happy if their film was a success. But when it comes to, if they do a Darkseid versus a Justice League movie, and the most important thing about that film was the fact that the first 10-15 minutes of the film that you had seen was funny, or it's funny throughout. It's not something I would be up in arms about. You know, it's not something I'd be shouting at the rooftops. What I'd be looking for is like an adventure, like Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark sort of humour throughout, you know, and not sort of put on jokes. So I think people that think this is a good idea for Marvel, going into Infinity War and having these jokes, are really deluding themselves, you know, into believing that this is a good thing. You know, I would have hoped that, you know, being this the major guy, he would, and all this talk about somebody dying and everything else, I feel now that that would be taken lightheartedly. You know, and I believe when Superman got killed, that wasn't taken lightheartedly. You know, they weren't sort of talking jokes about that. But I don't know. Let us know what you think. For me, bottom line is I don't think jokes should be something to be proud of in movies, or especially superhero movies. I think the world is just we just delude ourselves thinking, oh, it's you know, a film can be fun. You know, a film can be fun, but I don't think the importance should be whether it's funny or not. So let us know what you think. This is just me, sort of just bewildered. I mean, for Justice League or for DC films going forward, I know they might add some jokes here and there. We've got Aquaman coming up, and you know, I hope it's a success. I hope it does well, of course. But I wouldn't shout for the rooftops that is the funniest film ever. You know, I think people that were a fan of BVS wouldn't want it to change all the tones of the movie. Maybe they just panicked a wee bit with Justice League and decided we need to lighten it up a wee bit. We need to get people on board. But I just really don't know the importance of jokes in a movie. Let us know what you think anyway.